Hey guys, what's up? And welcome to our Diablo 4 quarterly update, September 2020. Um, it's the first one of these I'm doing, and I'm doing it because I care about the Diablo franchise and Blizzard games in general. Um, Before I start, I want to give you a bit of my history with the game. I played Diablo 1, beat it way back in the day when it came out. I even played a shareware version, I remember. Diablo 2, played it online. I used to main Necromancer. Um, End game, cleared everything, farmed everything, got the best gear. Um, it was very cool. Diablo 3, played Witch Doctor. Then I played Necromancer again with the expansion. Again, cleared everything. It was all fine. It was all good. Um, when it comes to Diablo games, Diablo 1 was historic. It was amazing. Everybody remembers the Butcher. Everybody remembers everything. You know, it was nostalgia, everything, and all that. Diablo 2 was very cool. Was very deep. Um, Diablo 3 was a bit of a letdown. Um, if you play the first two games, usually Diablo 3 is a letdown in the sense that the game was really good for the leveling part. Okay, it was like the best experience to level up a character from any of these types of games. Okay, the characters felt unique. They had history. They had a lot of flair to themselves. You play a witch doctor, it's completely different from playing a barbarian, for example. However, once you got to the end game, I believe the game suffers from this new Blizzard idea of making games very casual, very simple. You get home from work, from school, you're tired. I want to play Diablo 3 for like 20 minutes, and that's all you're doing. It will provide you that. But if you actually want to spend time in Diablo 3, to achieve something, well, there's nothing much to achieve because I remember even playing when the expansion came out for my Necromancer. I got all my gear in like, I got to end game. All my gear, I got geared out in like 2 days. So then, obviously, why should I keep playing? There was nothing else. There was nothing new. There was nothing for me to do. Just increase my Paragon. I didn't see the need for it. There was no point to it. So then I moved on to Path of Exile, which is a very complicated game, but also very fun and it's very deep. Okay, Blizzard games nowadays are shallow and fun, entertaining, very casual. You enjoy that kind of stuff, that's fine. Other people prefer Path of Exile, and it's been making a killing Path of Exile, right? And the game is very deep. If you want to get full gear, you're not gonna do it in 2 days. If you're casual, like I used to play Diablo 3, and if you're casual in Path of Exile, it's gonna take you probably the whole league to get maybe even like a piece of gear. It's insane. It's a whole different game. It allows you to implicate yourself much more than Diablo 3. Anyways, Diablo 3 is Diablo 3. Diablo franchise Diablo. Path of Exile is Path of Exile. They each have their own advantages. For Diablo 3, I would give the advantage of the leveling system, which is awesome. The skills are great. The art is amazing, even though some people didn't like the fact of how it looked too colorful. I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was fine. I didn't see any problems with it. The combat feels really good. The skills are impactful. The game feels amazing. All right. Um, for example, Path of Exile, all the characters are the same. You could be playing a warrior shooting a bow, or an archer shooting a bow, or a sorcerer shooting a bow. Is the same exact character. Nothing changes. There's no difference in them besides the skills and whatnot. I don't know about the passive skills, but yeah, each game has its own advantages and disadvantages. In the perfect world, in a perfect universe, in an alternate universe, both these games are combined into one single game, but we're not there. So in the meantime, let's check out Diablo 4 quarterly update, September 2020. Let's see what they have to say. I read the previous ones as they came out. I'm just doing this one because now's the time. Now it just came out. Let's see what it has to say. To the Diablo community, hello and welcome to a new installment of our quarterly Diablo 4 developer updates. We enjoyed hearing your thoughts on our last blog and have followed many of the discussions it kicked off within the community. It's very encouraging for us to hear that you appreciate the steady update cadence and the behind the scenes looks at our early work. Yeah, that's always good. They're not super transparent with their work at the moment, but it's better than nothing. And constant updates are very good for the community. You know, it feels like we're implicated, even though we're not. Maybe we are a bit, but I don't think we're that much. But updates is good. At least to know something is happening. We're also excited by all the positive reactions we're seeing to the art, cinematics, and the addition of open world gameplay to the Diablo franchise. Very, just the sentence here, very corporate talk, you know, very positive, you know. We're also excited by all the positive reactions. Even if you have like two positive reactions out of like 10,000, these would be the two positive reactions. We're saying to the art, absolutely. If it's, you know, people, like I said before, they didn't like Diablo 3, I was okay with it. But now it's darker and bloody and whatever, that's fine. Cinematics, Blizzard cinematics, always number one. There's no competition. And the addition of open world gameplay to the Diablo franchise. Now, I don't know about this one. From what I read, some people are happy, some people are not too happy. It depends how they do it. It depends how they pull it. I enjoy the fact that you're in a world with other players. You know, it makes the game feel alive. It's not like you're just playing single player online, basically. You're actually playing with other people. It depends now how they're gonna instance the game, or is it like Path of Exile, you're only gonna see people in the town, which is fine also, you know, if you can show off your gear and whatnot. We'll see. I'm okay with it. I don't mind open world. I'm okay with it. The team has poured over a lot of constructive feedback regarding the current direction of itemization, and we're looking to give you an update on items later this year. Okay. Some of the progress we've made will speak directly to the questions we've seen raised in the community, so stay tuned. Okay. I couldn't be more excited to share the details in today's update. Our lead systems designer David Kim will take us on a deep dive into the ins and outs of the new skills and talent systems. We are currently playtesting the new systems, and the early feedback is super promising. I hope you enjoy it, and as always, we'll be following conversations on our forums as well as other community websites. Thank you for other continued feedback and supporting this journey, etc. as we make this game, etc., etc. Luis Barriga, game director. Okay. Skills and talents. Today we're going to look at skills and talents, a topic many of you have asked about. But first, a quick update on the things we've shared in our previous developers' blogs. Ancestral, demonic, angelic powers. To begin, some of us let us know that the fantasy of ancestral, demonic, angelic power just isn't cool enough into the current version of the pitch. So this was the previous blog, if I'm not mistaken, blog post, and my only worry about this ancestral, demonic, angelic power system is that it's not just a gimmick, something that's like tacked on. And as you progress throughout the game, unfortunately becomes absolutely necessary to like really invest in the system. I don't know if it's gonna like complicate the game for the wrong reasons. I mean, you can complicate a game for the good reasons, but this might be for the wrong reasons. I'm not really sure. Again, I haven't played the game or the beta or anything, the alpha or anything like that, so I have no idea, you know, how this works. Duly noted. Another problem we identified was the ratio of efforts to rewards. For example, in order to gain specific minor bonuses, players would most likely have to carry around several extra pieces of gear, each with different amounts of ancestral, demonic, angelic power on them. Yeah, I gotta say I'm not a big fan of that. I don't like this part. And this brings me back to Path of Exile, where you gotta like some builds they have like a monster clearing set of gear and a boss killing gear. Usually like a weapon or like a piece of armor or something. No, not too many, just a couple of things here and there, or even skills. The problem is that it kind of like interrupts your game flow, right? You're playing, you're killing. Oh, hold on, let me just stop here, open my inventory, change my gear. Okay, now I'm ready to take the boss. Boss dead. Okay, hold on a second. Let me open my inventory, change gear again. Okay, I can do my next map. Not a big fan of that. Kind of like it stops the flow of the game, and I'd rather have like one set of gear that you maximize for everything. But that's just me. That's just my opinion. You need to constantly calculate each of the power levels of those items and compare with their overall power. It felt like an excessive amount of bookkeeping for the player. Okay, I can agree with that. I can agree with this. However, one thing we really liked about the system was the gameplay of managing stats in meaningful ways to hit certain bonus thresholds to then make your items better suited for the playstyle you're going for. We need some more time for iteration rework here and look forward to sharing more on itemization on our next quarterly blog. So, okay, there's more. Hold on. Legendary items. We are exploring some big changes in the space for two reasons. We agree with the feedback that our character's power is currently too dependent on items. We plan to put more of the player's power back into the character to make build choices more impactful, rather than have the majority of player power coming from the items they have equipped. That said, it's important that we strike the right balance so that itemization choices always feel meaningful. Okay, I have nothing to say about this really. I mean, you want to put more power back in the character, that's fine. I just feel that power basically scales with the content you're doing, right? Like why would you go naked like in a end game zone or like with no gear or something? You usually try to have the best gear for that part of the game, right? And if the game is designed properly, if the game is balanced properly, you'll have no issues to have the minimum to get to that part of the game. I mean, like, uh, I'm trying to think of like even Diablo 2, like, there was no point in the game where like I had to stop and tell myself, oh my god, like I don't have the right gear, I can't continue playing this zone or something, unless you are like immune to like certain part to certain damage like we had back in Diablo 2. But besides that, I don't see why this is even an issue. If the items are properly balanced, there shouldn't be an issue to begin with. Who knows? Maybe I'm not reading something. I don't know. Two. We've also had very mixed team feedback regarding core itemization. We're currently looking at how to best differentiate our various item qualities. For example, should magic quality items have higher affix stats than rare items? You can expect to hear more about legendary items in our next blog. Should magic quality items have higher affix stats than rare items? I know in Diablo 2 there was some of these items were magical in nature and people would use them for certain builds, but was that really common? I know the most powerful builds were either like runes or like uniques or whatnot, or like some very OP rare items. But magic items? Unless it's just some very niche build? I don't know. Path of Exile? Never use magic items in an endgame build. Rares, yes. Uniques, yes. Magic? Not that I know of. Never seen it. So would this actually really be useful for the game? Or is it once again creating a false complication of the game? You know? Would you rather have like an item that gives you plus 20 life, plus 20 attack, plus 20 lightning resist, plus 20 I don't know what? Would you rather have an attack that gives you plus 30 attack? Unless your build is really OP or you have like all the items in the world, I don't know. I don't know. Again, hopefully this is not just for nothing. Hopefully they're not investing time in this and then nobody's really using it because it's useless. As for the whole item thing, again, I just hope it's not like Diablo 3. And I guess my real issue here is the fact that I have a problem with the item drops, okay? Like I told you, like Diablo 3, play 2 days, you have all the uniques in the world. All of them. Like, there's nothing else for you to do. Oh, well, you can craft and you can search for this unique that gives you 1% power increase. Or 1% more stats than the previous version of the item, which it's not enough of a pool for me to be playing the game for that. I don't care for 1%. I want something meaningful, you know? And I want my items to actually value something and to be worth something. I don't want to just like spawn in the game, kill 3 enemies, and I get like 6 uniques. You know, it's like, okay, well, gee, that was fun for like the 10 minutes that I played the game. Might as well uninstall because I just seen everything. There's nothing else for me in there. Compare this to Path of Exile, which if you wanna get like an end game build and you wanna get some of the most powerful items, such something like a Headhunter belt, good luck with that. Good luck with that. I hope you have some time to put in the game. And I personally don't. I don't have that time. I don't have that kind of time to put in the game to get a Headhunters. I don't have the interest to be putting that type of um, that sort of time in the game. But what it's that it pushes me to play the game every new league, basically. Because I tell myself, maybe this league, this is it. I'm gonna get it this league. I'm gonna do it this time. I'm gonna do it this time. Then I'm gonna play more. I'm gonna play more Path of X. I'm gonna get it, and I never do really. But it's that out of reach kind of item, out of reach kind of reward that I want, that I can't get, but I know it's always there. So I can. It's always pushing me to like get back in the game. Diablo 3, I played it when it came out for about a month. I uninstalled. Expansion came out, I played it for about a week uninstalled. There was nothing else for me in there. I got all my gear in like in a week, in 2 days, in a couple of days on the expansion. I decked out my Necromancer in 2 days. That's it. New league starting in next month. So I'm gonna play 2 days again and just stop because I'm bored. You know? I hope they fix that in Diablo 4. However, if they do pull something like that, then you have people complaining about the drops, and then you're gonna have people complaining it's too hard, this and that. They gotta set the tone for the game from the beginning. What do you wanna do with it? Do you wanna make it casual? Do you wanna make it hardcore? Do you want item drops from? Do you want 6 legendaries from every monster you kill, or do you want that legendary that has a 0.01% drop rate on the last boss? You know? Here's the problem. And I don't understand why they're not doing this. Someone like Blizzard, with the money they have, they could be pulling that. They could give us both. They could give us a casual game. They could give us an end game, a crazy end game for the most hardcore of players. But for some reason, they're not doing it. They're afraid that if the guy who plays the game 10 minutes a week, if he's not capable of getting the last item in the game, he's not going to play the game. And like I mentioned in my other video about Blizzard 2, Blizzard is not about gameplay nowadays. It's about money. All right, let's get that clear. Does Blizzard, or Activision I should call it, want every 12-year-old to play the game? Yes, they do. What are they going to do? They're going to monetize the game somehow? They're going to find a way to monetize skins or mounts or whatever. That's what they're in the game, right? And they're gonna give every little kid a chance to have them full build and whatnot so they can keep playing the game. Because, you know, lights and whatever. That's what I think. Well, let's see how it goes. Bit of a rant there, Jesus. Moving on. New skill system. As Luis mentioned, we have made some major changes to Diablo 4's skills and talent system. We've been reading through a lot of the comments from the community and agree that the talent system needs more depth. Similarly, skill systems progression felt too simple, which created issues where a player would have no meaningful reason to spend their skill points. With this valuable feedback in mind, we've been what the hell is that word? Iterating on a new skill system. I mean, I know what it means, just looks weird. As you can see from the screenshot below, we have separate sections for skills and passives in our freshly painted skill tree, which is an actual tree. Take a look. It is a cool drawing though. Okay, whatever. Yeah. Looks nice. The Sorceress skill tree. The branches contain skills and skill upgrades, while the roots contain powerful passive effects. So, okay, get your skills from here. Then get your passives from here. And from the looks of it, you have a lot of skills and you don't have too many passives. You have what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh wait, there's more here. Oh, I didn't see this. Okay, 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 I get it. For a second, I thought it was gonna be like the Path of Exile's mastery trees. You know, you only have like a couple of them, and maybe you can only get these skill points like every, I don't know, 20 levels to get one of these skill points or something, you know? And they're super powerful, like they change your class somehow, you know? But I guess not, I guess they're just passive with the smaller ones here, the smaller points. Yeah, it looks okay. Seems like I have a lot of skills. Like what, 30 skills or something? Okay. The upper skills section is where you will spend the skill points that you earn by leveling up. Here you unlock brand new skills, unlock additional functionality for these skills, and unlock passive points that you can then spend on the lower passive section of the tree. Charge bolts, release 6 bolts of lightning that course around in an erratic pattern, dealing 18-22 damage each, deals lightning damage. Yeah, okay. Ball lightning, conjure a ball of lightning that slowly moves forward, zapping enemies for 25-31 damage. You can spend skill points on square nodes to unlock new active skills for your character. Yeah, exactly, okay. Oh, yeah, I want to open here. Damn it, didn't even see it. Okay, so you choose your skills. Fire shield, flame arrow, fireball, ice, something else. Frost Nova, maybe? Maybe this one here, I'm not sure. This was like Blizzard, actually. Some sort of a rune, almost. For a second, I was like, why is this skill here and here? But I'm guessing they just doubled up on... They're just using different, the same icon for different skills. Also, why you have Hydra here, why you have a passive here? I don't know. Charge bolts. Charge bolts create an additional bolt. Ball lightning collapses into crackling energy at the end of its path. Spend points on circular upgrades nodes to enchant active skills you've unlocked. Yeah, okay. So basically I don't know, let's take this one here for example. You put some points into whatever this is, then this unlocks this, and this gives you bonus actives for your skill basically, right? Charge bolts create an additional bolt. Ball lightning collapses into crackling energy at the end of its path. Crackling energy gives 25 mana when you move near it, right? So it seems to modify your skill, right? So you get this ice something, 3 projectiles, adds another projectile, completely freezes the enemy if it hits directly or something. I don't know. Okay. As you explore the branches of the tree, you will find passive points. Right, like here, here, here. Why are they different like colors though? See, if you look here, like this one's full, this one's half, and this one's empty. Can you spend multiple points in one? Like you half fill it, then you fill it completely? Overcharge, critical hit effect. Lightning damage has a 3% chance to create crackling energy, which gives you 25 mana when you move near it. You can spend passive points in the roots of the tree to unlock powerful effects. So you put a point here, and that opens up a point here? Because here it's telling you putting points here, but then it's showing us the bottom. Okay, who knows? The skill tree you see above consists of many specific nodes, a sample of which you can see in the screenshots above. If we imagine every single node on that massive skill tree affecting different skills in different ways, the path that you decide to take will determine big power increases and playstyle choices. The passive part of the system is where you will find more general upgrades to your character. These effects are not specific to particular skills, therefore the skill tree will have a good mix of all types of different choices for players to make. One last thing we want to point out is that players will not be able to acquire every skill tree node. We're currently aiming for 30-40% of the nodes filled for the end game, so that players can have very distinct and different ways they build out their character. The question is, how easy is it to reset those points? Right? I mean, what's stopping me from building this side of the tree, let's say, and then I don't feel like it, I immediately change it for this side. You know what I'm saying? If you take Diablo 2, for example, you couldn't, once you lock in your skill points, you're done for it. That's it. There's no going back. You're screwed. You want to build a different type of character, you have to create a new character. Alright, Diablo 3 was the complete opposite. You can change your skills on the fly. Today I want to play like this, tomorrow I want to play like that, it's fine. Path of Exile, it's in the middle a bit. You kind of like, you have to buy skill points, refund skill points, which you can purchase, and refund all your skills and build some other type of like character. I don't know which one is right. Again, depends what kind of like players you're aiming for. If you're aiming casual, you'll be able to like respec easily. It'll cost you almost nothing or nothing in case of Diablo 3. If you're gonna go hardcore and you say, hey, you build this character, you're gonna stick with it, you're gonna have to go Diablo 2 way where you cannot reskill anything, respec anything, and you're stuck with the way you build. This on top of the how hard is it to gain XP, right? Diablo 3, you can reach max level in what, 1 day? Diablo 2, I think to reach from 99 to 100, was it? It would take you like what, a couple of days or something? Something insane. I don't remember that much. I haven't played it in years. But I know the last couple of levels, it's like good luck. Especially if you die and you lose XP, good luck leveling up. You weren't going to level up. Again, it depends what they're aiming for. Hardcore or casual? Both? They could do that too somehow. They're Blizzard. They have the money for it. They have the talent. Or they can buy the talent. Will they do it? I don't know. We'll see. Sorceress enchantment system. Many of you might remember the Barbarian's unique arsenal system. Their ability to carry and smoothly swap between multiple deadly weapons, which greatly increase their power. We've also been exploring unique class mechanics for other classes. The main goal for us here is to have very unique class-specific mechanics in Diablo 2, and this is the strong point of Diablo over something like, let's say, Path of Exile. Once again, like I said before, in Diablo 3, Diablo 2, even Diablo 1, where I mained a warrior. So Diablo 1 warrior, Diablo 2 necromancer, Diablo 3 witch doctor, and then necromancer for 2 days. But each class felt unique, you know, and in every single way, looks wise, skills wise, play wise, you know, they're all unique, and that's what was very cool about them, you know. And that's why I find what Diablo has over Path of Exile. In Path of Exile, like I mentioned before, everybody can do everything. So they're all very bland, the characters. They have no life to them. Diablo 3, yeah man, I played my Witch Doctor, hell yeah, I knew exactly what was up with that character. I had zero idea how to play a Demon Hunter, for example, because I never played it, or just messed with it a bit. I had no idea to play a monk because I never touched a monk in game. And they could really do something with this Diablo 4. They could really, if they keep on that path, I have no problem with that. Keep the characters unique, you got it. That's what makes Diablo Diablo. We have this goal because Diablo is the kind of game where many players try out different builds and classes, especially during seasonal play. We believe that unique class mechanics with very different strengths and playstyles compared to other classes will make exploring the different classes and playing the game much more fun. Okay, yeah. For the Sorceress, we've been trying out the enchantment system. This is how it works. You have your ball lightning. We saw it before, control a ball of lightning, zapping enemies. Enchant slot effect. When crackling energy would form, ball lightning is formed instead. Ball lightning is no longer collapses into crackling energy. So basically, correct me if I'm wrong here. So basically, you cast ball lightning, which usually at the end of it transforms to crackling energy. But here it says instead of crackling energy, another ball lightning is formed. So does that mean that you cast a ball lightning, it flies, dissipates, and then another one is created and it keeps flying? Am I reading this correctly? So basically casting like one ball lightning that transforms into another ball lightning. Would this keep going or? It's cool, it's original. The ball lightning skill. Unlike other classes, each sorceress skill has 2 possible effects. So this is cool. This really, what I said before about class uniqueness, it feels like it's taking it an additional step. Like it's taking an extra step in that towards that path, which is once again Diablo's strong point at the moment. And that's very good. They're improving at something that's already good. They're making it even better. So not only does your character look different, has different skills, but now they also have different play styles. Not just that, but they always have different play styles, but a more advanced version of a play style. Cool. This is really cool. Sorcerer skills can be placed into 2 locations, an active skill slot that every other class also has access to, and an enchantment slot. If you place a skill in the enchantment slot, you can no longer use it as an active skill, but your character instead gains a secondary bonus power. So yeah, that's what we saw with ball lightning, right? You got your skills, 6 of them, which is just like Diablo 3. Which is okay, I guess. Which is okay. And I guess these are your mastery or whatever it's called, enchantments. Ball lightning is an enchantment. You can gain a secondary effect of a skill by placing it on an enchantment slot instead of an active skill slot. The power you gain from enchantments is extremely significant, and you can currently make builds based around your enchantments, your active skills, or a mix of both. So, I'm thinking here, my only issue with this which is a problem in these types of games. Somebody's gonna find the best build there is, right? They're gonna be like, oh, fireball and this and that and this and these 3 skills for passives. And everybody's gonna be using that. And that's it. That's what the game ends. So you're playing Sorceress? Yeah. Are you using these skills? No. Well, then you're not able to do this kind of end game, for example. Which again is a problem in these types of games. It was a problem in Diablo 2. It was a problem in Diablo 3. It's less of a problem in Path of Exile because you have so many skills that basically you have so many skills that people will always find something to make to work with. And the game is so deep that basically if you wanna get to that point in the game, you really have to put some time in it. Well, the problem with Diablo 3 again was that you had a lot of different skills in Diablo 3, okay? People are saying, oh, you only had like this and that. No, you had what? You had 6 skills, if I'm mistaken? 6 active skills, 3 passives, or was it 4 passives? With the expansion, I can't remember. I think it was 4 passives with the expansion. And each skill had 6 effects, 6 runes, if I'm mistaken. So in each rune did something different from that skill. So that was like 6 times 6, 36 times 6, like 200 per character, and like 20 or 30 passives to choose from. That was a lot. Unfortunately, 95% of the skills sucked. They were useless. Useless when compared to the OP stuff that you would have to run in order to do the rifts. I hope they don't fall into that. I don't know. Again, this is just like how talented the team is and how balanced the game is, and if they can make multiple skills work with different masteries or passives, whatever they're called, um, it could be really cool. If they mess it up and one skill is way more OP than everything else, they're it's not gonna work out. Then again, Diablo 3 was tied a lot with the items and the sets, which made those skills very powerful. And they just said here they don't want to place too much power in the items, which maybe it's a good thing for this skill tree to actually work. Maybe. Here's an example of the system using the Meteor skill. Meteor allows you to call a fiery chunk of rock from the sky. If you choose to slot it as an enchantment, you won't be able to control your meteors, but they'll fall into enemies periodically. The skill is still under development, etc, etc. Right, so you cast it, blow up, or it's a passive. I wonder if this passive, like, basically just is constant, like every 2 seconds a meteor falls on the ground, or is it something like after you deal 200 damage to enemies, a meteor will actually fall to the ground? You know what I'm saying? And I don't know which one is more OP, one or the other. Probably the second one, because you can cast something like an AoE, it's gonna kill everything. Unless it's like single damage, or again, you can balance this out pretty nicely. Looks cool though. You can have 3 of these passive skills. You have like a meteor, you have like a frost nova, you have like a, I don't know, ice nova or something. Frost nova, ice nova, same thing. Like a mana barrier or something, just constantly casting yourself. That seems pretty cool. We've been testing this class mechanic for a while now, and the team feedback has been really positive. The new system now empowers you to make some interesting choices to strategize around which skills you would want to slot in as an enchantment, as you won't be able to put one skill in both places. That is interesting. So you can only select the skill either as an active or an enchantment. You cannot have it in both. That is interesting. And good. It's good they're placing some limits. We are also exploring a druid-specific class mechanic as well, as we'll have more information on that to share in the future. And I'm guessing every single class will have their own specific mechanic. As for me so far, I don't have a class that I want to play yet. I don't care about Sorceress, never did, didn't care about the Wizard in Diablo 3, didn't care about Diablo 2, and neither did I care about Diablo 1 for the Sorcerer and Sorceress in those specific games. Druid, didn't care for it in Diablo 2 expansion. And the Barbarian, I like some of the skills. I liked them a bit in Diablo 3. He has some really cool skills. If nothing else comes out that like I enjoy Barbarian, it will be, but so far I'm neutral on that class. It's not something that I want to play. And if you pay attention to my class choices, I like to play edgy, dark characters, Necromancer, Witch Doctor, stuff like that. Very edgy, very dark. Give me skeletons, undead, dark spells, stuff like that. That's what I like to play my Diablo. Let's hope that one of those characters is dark and evil, and knowing Diablo, they're probably gonna put something like that in the game, and that will be my main. Endgame progression system. Lastly, we have been hard at work on our endgame character progression system. This important feature is going to take a little more time. It won't be in the next blog, but we wanted to mention it here because it will be the other significant source of power that comes from your class. The system is intended to provide more depth and replayability than what Paragon currently offers in Diablo 3. Thank God. Sorry. We and many Blizzard gamers have talked about the concept of easy to learn, difficult to master. We believe that the end game progression system is where the difficult to master component will come in and should meet the expectations of the most hardcore Diablo players out there. Really, the most hardcore, because I know some people are freaking insane, they're living off that game. Like, and here's the thing, right? When you talk about hardcore players, um, I think, like I said, at the moment I'm very casual about games. I used to be very hardcore into them, and even when I was hardcore, I know some people are obsessed with these games. You know, they're playing the game like 24/7. It doesn't matter how hardcore you're making the game, somebody is gonna clear out in like a day or some crap, something like insane. You know, you have Path of Exile, which I find it to be a very hardcore game, very deep. You know, if you wanna get like end game, you gotta like put in some work. But then again, you have people who like find uh, crazy amounts of loot and currency in like 1 or 2 days. The guy has like end game gear like in 2 days in Path of Exile, which I find it insane. But that guy's been playing for I don't know how many seasons, I don't know how many years. He's been playing constantly nonstop. The league launches and the guy's on it 24/7. You know, I can't do that. I know some people do that. That's the message here is that no matter how hardcore you pull the game, it's gonna be easy for somebody out there or a group of people or percentage. I just hope that that percentage will be very small. Okay, so if only 1% will be like, oh my god, this game sucks, it's too easy, I'm out. That's good. If 50% of your player base says that your game is too easy, I'm out, or I enjoy this game because it's very casual, that's not good. What I mean by that is not good. It's good for casuals, absolutely, but it's bad for the longevity of the game. Okay, if like I said before, if you have no goals in a game, no carrot at the end of the stick, there's nothing there for you. You know, the way a donkey is pulling a cart, trying to reach the carrot. If it gets the carrot after taking 10 steps, then it stops. That's it. It's over. Get off the cart. It ain't moving. So I don't know. I hope they find a balanced difficulty, man. I don't know. I was really disappointed in Diablo 3 difficulty. Um, and the whole Paragon system, thank God it's out. And even the whole rifts, I never understood the point of them. I never understood the point of rifts. I'm sorry. It's hey, here's all this gear that improves your damage by 1,000,000%. Oh my god, cool, I'm gonna feel powerful. I'm gonna do this rift. Well, in this rift, all the enemies have their HP increased by 1,000,000%. So the damage you're doing to an enemy, the fact that it was taking you 3 shots to kill an enemy at the start of the game, now with all this gear that took you God knows how long to get, now you can 3-shot this enemy at the end of the game. Where is the improvement in my character? Where is the power fantasy? It's taking me 3 shots to kill an enemy at the start of the game. It's taking me 3 shots to kill an enemy at the end of the game. There is no progression in my power. It still stays the same. You go to the gym, you're on a treadmill. You're running. Oh my god, I'm so fat. I can barely do this. You're running for, I don't know, 20 minutes. You stop, you're tired, you're destroyed. You get better and better. You increase the speed. 20 minutes, you're still tired. Yeah, you're increasing the speed. You're getting more into shape, but you're still tired for 20 minutes. That's not what we want in our games. That's very good for your own health and at the gym. But in our games, if I get good and I'm running at that treadmill, after 20 minutes, I want to get out of there and I'll be like top shape because I'm still running at the initial speed I set it up when I was fat. I don't know if that makes sense to you. I don't see any progression in monster scaling with your level or because you choose to by choosing the rifts. I have a big problem with that. And that's why I got bored with the game so fast. I wasn't making any progress. I was the same thing over and over again. I'm like, no man, I'm out. I need some difficulty. Oh well, just choose a higher rift. Yeah, okay, I could do that. But then the game becomes boring. Boring in the sense that it's the same enemies, same level, same everything. if, Blizzard, they could have made rifts right. How? Every 10 rifts, you get new enemies. Every 10 rifts, you get new stages. Oh yeah, definitely. At that point, yeah, rifts would be freaking awesome. I'll be doing rifts to see as far as I can get, to see new enemies, to see new stages, but it's the same enemies, it's the same stages, they're just increased in HP, in attack. Boring. I've seen everything I have to see. I'm still doing the same damage to them no matter how far I am. No, I'm good. Anyways. Right, we're excited to read through the feedback from the communities regarding our revamped skill and talent system, as well as our new Sorceress enchantment system. I think this will be good. This should be fun. I think nobody's gonna complain about that. We are always reading through the comments on our forums, Reddit, social media, and more over for your feedback. As always, please remember that none of this is final as the game is still actively in development. Your constructive discussions around these features will help Diablo 4's development the most, and we greatly appreciate all your continued support and discussion related to the game. We will see you all in our next quarterly update as we dive deeper into some of the optimization changes that we have coming. Thanks again, David Kim, lead system designer, Diablo 4. Well, that's it for this update. Again, cool things. This is really cool. I like the enchantment system. Enchantment system. The tree looks cool. Nothing against it. Again, it's all about balance at this point. I don't really care for it. Could be good, could be bad. Depends on what they do with it. Legendary items, whatnot. More power to the player. Could be good. Could ease up on the balance compared to Diablo 3. This is what worries me. It just I'm thinking about it, and I'm gonna buy this game guaranteed. I'm gonna buy it when it comes out. I'm gonna pre-order it. It's a Blizzard game. It's Diablo. I'm not gonna say no. But the more I play the more I play Blizzard games, the less and less trust I have into them. Their games have become so shallow. It's all about the money. Anyways, gonna end up on a positive note. I really like the design of the tree. It looks really cool. The drawing, and it looks dark, which Diablo should be, right? And the enchantment system is cool. I like that. Just give me a dark class, Blizzard. Give me a necromancer. Give me a death knight. Give me a leech or something. I don't know. Give me something dark so I can play with. So I can make it my main. All right, that's it for me, guys. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'm out. Peace.